asked me to try to explain to them the housing fund and how the government proposed model for the housing fund is going to work. And there are also serious questions which have been raised, which I think the government has not been able to fully answer or address. So what the government is proposing is this. They are proposing that they are going to deduct a minimum of 3% for employer and the employee. So if the employee is being deducted 1,000, the employer is going to contribute also 1,000. So that is going to be 2,000 deduction for the housing fund, and that you are only going to be able to access this money after 7 years. So let's assume you are being deducted 1,000 and your employee is contributing another 1,000, that is 2,000. 2,000 multiplied by 12 months, that is going roughly to be 24,000. 24,000 multiplied by 7, you're going to get roughly 150,000 there. So what the government is saying that you can only access this money after 7 years, and that after these 7 years, when the money is available, because they were estimating an average of 9 billion per month. So what the government is saying is that once they have this 9 billion, they are going to approach private developers or investors to convince them to come and build houses on this land. Of course, the government is providing land for free, so it is government owned land. So the investor is not going to buy land, or the buyer of the house is not going to pay for the land. So you're going to pay for the house only. So once the investor has built the houses, the government is now going to tell them how much have you built. Let's say like they built one unit of 3-bedroom apartment block at maybe 10 million. So the government is going to ask them, how much have you spent on this project plus your profit? So they're going to say it is 10 million. So what the government is saying is that they're going to pay the investor 10 million, the investor leaves. So once the investor leaves, the house is going to be in the custody of the government. So now this is where now you come in. So the government is going now to come up with a system of allocation. So how you are going to apply and which house you are going to qualify for, depending also with the allocation. So the government is saying is that once the houses have been completed and they are in their custody, they are going now to allocate the houses to Kenyans. Let's say now you are the Kenyan and you have been allocated a unit, and the amount money that you have contributed is 150,000. And let's say a unit is going for 1.5 million, a 1-bedroom unit. So 1.5 million deduct the amount that you will have contributed. The balance, let's say it's going to be around 1.35 million from 1.5 million. So the balance is going to be 150. So this 150, you are supposed to pay it you are going to be given as a mortgage. So you're going to pay for that house for 25 years. So you're going to divide 1.35 million divided by 25 years. So you can divide and then you come up to the rate which you're supposed to pay per month. So so after those 25 years, the house now becomes yours. You see? So the house becomes yours, and it is not, so it's not, there are things which they are not addressing, like who is going to do service charge for the houses. What if maybe you are not interested in the housing fund, what are you going to do? Maybe some have already built. So I think there are still questions there regarding also the time. It's like the time is too long, and also some people feel that they just don't want the houses. They are comfortable with what they have, or the houses that they have already built. So the other thing they are saying is that after the 7 years and you don't want the house, you can get back your money, but they're not giving out a clear plan. Which office are you going to ask for your money? How are you going to apply? And how long is it take for you to get your money after you have contributed? So Kenyans are still pessimist about the project, because even the National Security Fund, those people who have retired, it is usually very hard for them to get their retirement package. You have like to go to the offices, you chase, you look for the accountants and all that. You still have to pay them. So if you are supposed to be paid 1 million, let's say you tell them that I'll give you 200 so that you can remain with the 800. So Kenyans don't really have trust in government institution, and they feel like at the end of the day they are going to lose their money, and it is going to be just another scandal.